Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is December 6, 2024, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Tesla pushing even higher. But first, more importantly, major economic events for today, 3:30 South African time. From the United States, we have a non-farm payroll number coming out. Simultaneously from Canada, we have an unemployment change number coming out. Now looking at the markets, very exciting, starting out with the Forex symbols. The Canadian dollar and the Australian dollar are on their lows versus the US dollar, may even break out. Now looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both tapering lower. Now looking at commodities, pretty much unchanged. And as we shift over to the stocks, people took some money off the table. And most of the stocks were tapering lower besides that Tesla. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin retreats after making new record highs. But first, let's look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First, starting out with the Canadian dollar. Now, the Canadian dollar has been really flirting with these lows for quite some time. And it's right there. I mean, it's just shy of there by about 30 pips. But especially today coming out with those news and from Australia, look at those lows. Okay, we're looking at a weekly chart. This is super important. 64.22 versus the dollar. If it does break it, we could see new record lows for the Australian dollar. And this is really super important. Now, looking at the indices, I'm going to jump out of the commodities, really not doing much. Let's take a look at the indices. They tapered lower yesterday, even though the Dow Jones made record highs this past week, okay? But it just tapered lower just a little bit. Nothing really to write home about. So did the NASDAQ after making new record highs this past week. So that has been on the table. Now, when you get into this type of situation where there are stock markets, and especially the big ones, make new record highs like Apple and Meta, you know, there's going to be a retracement that comes right afterwards, which is because people are taking some money off the table. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But the retracement has to be kind of sustained in a way that it's going to re-emerge into another trend upwards. Okay, that's just the way it is. So looking at Apple, we did make new record highs and we tapered off just by $1, which is fine. And if we look at Facebook, which is formerly known Meta, which is formerly known as Facebook, they still didn't change it here, so I keep on getting confused with that. It's 619 to 608, which is a decent retracement. I mean, we were pushing at 613 throughout the week. That was our record highs. Okay, so was for Bitcoin. So there's been a lot of excitement in the markets, but it just seems the market is just tapering off after making these new record highs. Netflix also made a big push up on the upside, which was huge. So we had a lot of activity this past week. So with that all said, this retracement is quite natural. Now looking at Tesla, this is why it's so important. Now we're looking at a weekly chart. I'm going to zoom out for a second, okay? But I just want to show you this, that it is consistently going up. It has a green candle, which gave us that push higher, made new highs, and then a red candle, and then a green candle, and then a red candle, and then a green candle. Why am I saying this? There's a certain sequence here. It's week up, week sell-off, week up, week sell-off. But the higher lows are making higher lows. So that means we're trending higher. That's all the point of what I'm saying here, because if you look at it on a daily chart, we pushed out higher from our resistance-ish level of 355 to 369. That's big. That's a very big level for Tesla to push, especially through the 383, 380-ish level. That's going to be a next level for it to push higher. So lots of exciting stuff coming out from the United States. And lastly, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, of course, on Wednesday afternoon, really pushed much higher to new record highs, breaking that 100K. But now it's back below, okay, which is like almost like a fade opportunity. Yeah, it's trading in its upper range. Yeah, you're going to have to really play it. There are other cryptocurrencies that are just doing phenomenal. XRP, Ethereum, you know, there's lots of them that are doing it. I can't cover all of them, but the sector is doing very well. So you got to keep that in your radar. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.